Welcome back, everybody. What do you say we check out some more 1980s sci-fi movies? If you made it this far into the video, I'll take that as a yes. Enjoy your complimentary sandwich as we tuck into some more top 5 1980s sci-fi movies you need to see, part 2. Number 5, The Final Countdown, 1980. The 1980s saw a proliferation of time travel movies, as this speedy montage illustrates, and this movie's title may have caused confusion because of this. Although this dropped 6 years later, in The Final Countdown, the USS Nimitz, a
nuclear
aircraft carrier, steams from Pearl Harbor, passing the USS Arizona Monument, and en route to maneuvers when a freak time portal transports the Nimitz back to December 7th, 1941. And if you know your history, you know exactly what this means.
Hey, what happened? Frankly, I don't know.
To give you a hint, old-time radio is back in style.
Look sharp, feel sharp, be sharp and listen, Mr. Hunt.
In the infamous Japanese task force speeds towards Hawaii. Captain Matthew Yelland, Kirk Douglas,
Gentlemen, we're at General Quarters because I don't have any idea what's happened.
struggles to understand this paradox.
Hold it! Go on with your own! Who said that? For Christ's sakes, Chief, all we want to know is what's going on.
Whatever it is, you'll be told
When?
as soon as the skipper's ready.
And the ramifications of his decision.
The USS Nimitz declares war on the Japanese Empire. That's what we've been doing. But they haven't attacked Pearl Harbor yet.
It opens up some amazing possibilities.
Stop the attack or let history run its course. Warren Lasky, played by Martin Sheen, is a civil observer who airs his opinion.
We have an argument and I kill him. Now if that happens, how am I ever going to be born? And if I can never be born, how can I go back in history and meet my very own grandfather?
Yet another wrinkle is introduced as Senator Samuel Chapman, a prominent politician, who would become president, and his executive assistant Laurel Scott, played by Catherine Ross, are strafed by a pair of Japanese Zeros, and rescuing them dials up the conundrum knob to 11. The Final Countdown isn't heavy on the science fiction beyond the time travel aspect, but the movie is novel in the attempt to bridge that with some thrilling footage of an aircraft carrier on a war footing. And for naval gearheads who love watching B-roll of on-deck action, then you're gonna love The Final Countdown. It seems as though this film is actually built around the B-roll and aviation sequences. And in fact, this movie feels less like sci-fi and more like a naval recruitment video. Number 4, Time Rider, The Adventure of Lyle Swann, 1982. Okay, so we got some more time travel, but this time with a kickstand and a different Japanese connection. Time Rider, The Adventure of Lyle Swann, portrayed by Fred Ward, plays a champion motocross racer on his high-tech XT500 Yamaha, accidentally crossed a government time travel experiment and sends him back to the Wild West, circa 1877. Swann is confused and unaware of the time slip.
Man, am I glad to see you. Where the hell am I?
But he wises up.
That's the last word I want to hear on the goddamn jackass people, man.
Holy God.
The hell are you looking at?
After some confusing and dangerous interactions with the locals, namely with a local gang of outlaws, run by Porter Reese. Upon Swann's first risky encounter with the gang, Reese wants more than anything to steal Swann's iron horse.
Some kind of wheel machine. That ain't a ghost. I want that machine.
But Swann finds love on this misadventure via Claire, who's confused and intrigued by this cavalier stranger from the future.
Easy. Whoa.
You were lucky. Those were very bad men.
No shit.
While they get acquainted, the outlaws steal Swann's bike as they try to figure out how to operate the iron horse.
You shot it. What a bunch of dumb sons of bitches. You shot it. A machine. You buttheads!
Setting the stage for Swann's showdown with the outlaws, and his attempt to return to the 80s with his ass and bike intact. Okay, well, maybe not the bike. Time Rider is laced with the expected zaniness of old-time characters.
Beautiful, senor. Where did you get this, man?
Got it at an Exxon station.
Wrangling with Swann's advanced dirt bike. And his general appearance.
Who are these assholes?
Also difficult is Swann's becoming his own grandfather, I guess? He knocks up Claire, who's his genetic grandmother, I think, decides not to join Swann in the future and remains in 1877 with Swann's family heirloom.
My grandmother stole it from him as a reminder of one incredible night they had together.
or his grandmother's pendant. Wait, that's Claire's pendant. Anyway, their incestuous tryst settles in the dust of time. And this felt weird and confusing, but the perplexities of time travel usually are. This is a fun-filled action comedy time travel snack. Not too filling, but satisfying enough that you won't whine for seconds, because I don't think Time Rider got a sequel. Number 3, Enemy Mine, 1985. With all the strife in the world today, I think that we're ready for a feel-good entry focusing on the positive side of alien-human relations. Enemy Mine was a memorable sci-fi movie for exactly this reason. Willis Davidge, Dennis Quaid, announces peace has been achieved.
By late in the 21st century, the nations of the Earth were finally at peace, working together to explore and colonize the distant reaches of space.
So why not take that repressed anger to the stars? Our latest punching bag is the Drax. During a dogfight, Davidge and his crew engage the Drax. A Drac pilot, Jariba, played by the amazing Louis Gossett Jr., and Davidge are the lone survivors and must work together to survive the hostile planet.
Hungry. You understand that? Hungry, huh?
Off to a shaky start, Jariba and Davidge work on their issues with language
We're stranded here, you understand? You get it or don't you get the English, huh?
and cultural exchange.
This is my head. That is you head. You ugly head.
And a strong friendship takes root on this craggy rock. And the casting choices breathe life into these precious scenes.
Your Mickey Mouse is one big stupid dump.
I mean, come on, this shit's adorably funny. And their friendship is the heart of the movie.
They're meteor proof. What? They're deep proof. Where would you be without me, huh? Back home.
But it's not all sunshine and rainbow parades. Jariba confesses that he's with child, as Dracs are parthenogenic in nature,
Oh my God.
making Davidge a midwife. Complications during childbirth take Jariba, but Davidge manages to birth the infant. Baby Zamis grows, and quickly, under the care of Uncle, but brutal scavengers arrive on the planet and pose great danger to Zamis, as they enslave Drax for labor. And Zamis is captured. Davidge's rescue attempt fails, but he comes back with a vengeance. Frees Zamis
Uncle, you look terrible.
I do?
and fulfills his pledge to Jariba to return his son home, to recite his family lineage, so Zamis can join Drac society. And what can I say? This movie always tugs on my eye strings. It's a beautiful tale of friendship and hope. Much of the sweeping scenic art is simply breathtaking, although the ships look kinda stupid, and the Drac makeup is great. Great casting, feel-good story, what else do you want? Number 2, Scanners, 1981. So, before Videodrome came Scanners, and I can't believe I just watched this movie for the first time. Now that I have, I'm not disappointed. It's classic Cronenberg. Like this guy's head exploding, Cameron Vale is a vagrant and a scanner, but stealing a few fries offends Karen, and agents from a clandestine corporation, Consec, apprehend Cameron. In due process, Cameron learns that he's not normal.
You're 35 years old, Mr. Vale. Why are you such a derelict? Such a piece of human junk? The answer's simple. You're a scanner.
Rare, in fact, but I suspect he had a hunch. Consec.
We deal in weaponry and private armies. Let us leave the development of dolphins and freaks as weapons of espionage to others.
Recruited Cameron as a weapon to stop renegade scanner Daryl Revek, otherwise known as Michael Ironside.
They sucked his brains out.
Who is building his own legion of scanners to rule us feeble normals, setting the groundwork for much mental dueling and vein popping. Although Scanners is considered a psychological sci-fi-ish classic, the film was marred by countless problems. Filmmaking in Canada in the 1980s resigned Cronenberg to make concessions. The budget of $4 million was decent and would have sufficed if it wasn't for production and special effects snags. That head explosion took many attempts before success, but it cost production time and burdened the budget. There wasn't a complete shooting script when they went to camera, and the original vision was reduced again to serve the budget and streamline the production. Financial backers meddled with Cronenberg's vision and steered the movie to a more traditional horror, but Cronenberg wanted to focus on the matters of mind and government control. In the end, this hurly-burly production managed to hack through the weeds, and for better or for worse, gave us a memorably strange cult classic. Number 1, Altered States, 1980. Brace yourself for a sensory overload in this devolved and very trippy classic. Dr. Eddie Jessup William Hurt, who was studying the depths of human consciousness in a sensory deprivation tank. However, his psychonaut research strains his marriage to Emily Blair Brown and the integrity of his DNA. Jessup combined psilocybin,
this ain't LSD, goddammit,
or magic mushrooms, in combination with his deprivation tank research when the unthinkable occurs. He slips through the evolutionary membrane and devolves into a primitive hominid and causes much commotion and personal danger. The transformation only further compels his extreme research, diving deeper into the primordial conundrum of understanding the meaning of existence, even if it destroys his marriage, mind, and kills him. It is Emily's devotion that brings Jessup back from the brink, or does it? Jessup's earnest research probably should never have been undertaken, because the realms traversed is a Pandora's box that no human being should ever open up, unless you really want to trip balls. And that's today's list. Let me know what you thought of the movies in the comments section below. And if you like this video and my other videos, please drop me a like, and don't forget to share and subscribe. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you in the next one.